Out on patrol with Afghanistan's border police. As the sun sets, we speed towards the Turkmen-Iranian border. The commander of this force has just received some information.
I have been told that the drug is being smuggled and I want to chase the people doing it. It's a little bit late, but I still want to see what I can find.
Colonel Safi's been in charge for almost a year. Since then, he's captured hundreds of kilos of drugs, tons of explosives, and arrested dozens of people. It's gained him plenty of enemies. His predecessor was killed in a roadside bomb. This is Togondi on the Turkmen border. Our arrival takes this battalion completely by surprise. They rush out to greet the colonel. Some soldiers are out of uniform. We've travelled here with Colonel Safi about 120 kilometres. He didn't even tell his driver where we were going. We're on the Turkmen border, here to check on this battalion because Colonel Safi is worried they're not doing their job properly. This is part of the commander's plan, to inspect checkpoints like this one. Although he doesn't admit it on camera, he's worried some of his own soldiers could be involved in smuggling across the border. We move on, still searching for the car that's apparently carrying 500 kilos of opium. Colonel Safi receives a report that one of his soldiers in southwestern Herat has been beheaded by Taliban fighters. He sends more men from his headquarters to investigate. There are only 1,700 soldiers covering more than 1,000 kilometres of border. They're each paid around $100 a month for what is an extremely dangerous job. There are local bandits, drug traffickers, and of course the Taliban. It's morning now and our convoy is very close to the Iranian-Afghan border. We've been travelling for around 14 hours, but we've only managed to cover a tiny fraction of that border. It shows you how difficult the terrain it is for the police to control. We arrive at a checkpoint on the Iranian border. The commander calls on local elders in the village to help him. He's sure they know about the car and the drugs. A couple of hours later, a breakthrough. The drugs are found in a nearby house. But on close inspection, the colonel realises it's only 250 kilos, half the amount he's looking for.
This is our job. The border police must stop drug trafficking and at the same time fight Al-Qaeda and other enemies of Afghanistan. We also have to fight the people who are using the uniform of the armed forces for illegal actions.
It's the end of our journey, but Colonel Safi and his men continue theirs. They won't give up until they find the rest of the drugs. Nazanine Moshiri, Al Jazeera, on the Iranian-Afghan border.